Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for another video. So we're going to be jumping into some Nico Minoru gameplay. So we're just going to start with a quick Realm of Legends Winter Soldier and Captain Marvel with her at rank 3 Sig 100. And then we're going to ramp things up and take her up to rank 4 Sig 200. So drop a like for the rank 4 gameplay upcoming. But now, with Nico, to really get in... If you want to get damage with her, you really need to be going for heavy attacks. Lots and lots and lots of heavy attacks. And her heavy reach is pretty insane. But yeah, man, that's definitely the key. And now we need the special 2. There we go. I should have thrown it a bit sooner. I intended to. Alright, there we go. Okay, a little heavy attack. Another heavy attack. Alright, into special 1. Again, you want to just as many heavies as possible. Get those furies. 4 furies, not bad. Could have paused like 8 poisons there. That would have been a lot more damage. Okay, charge the heavy. Alright, 6 furies right now. Gotta make sure we get the health back though. Alright, that wasn't too shabby. Was that under a minute? I feel like it was. I think that's my fastest Winter Soldier fight yet. What do we got, Nico? Minute 7. Okay, still a bit slow. Still a bit slow for sure. I'm definitely, you know, I don't know if I'm playing her the most optimally. I'm trying to go fast. But alright, let's try now with the burn pre-fight. So this replaces poisons with incinerates, and incinerates will not trigger acid burns on immunity. So, of course, Captain Marvel is immune to poison. We could be applying acid burn to her, but I just kind of wanted to showcase the incinerate pre-fight here. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, again, as many heavies as possible. Boom, heavy. We're gonna go for some heavies. Alright, 6 furies. Now we're gonna drop this. Boom. Another heavy. Another heavy. Boom. Okay, got like 70k burst right there. Not bad. Alright. Scoop up some adrenaline healing here. And let's go for the finish. Boom! Okay, that was clean. That was a clean fight. That's got to be under a minute, right? That felt pretty fast. 48? Okay. Okay, and that is supposed to be, you know, with the incinerate pre-fight reduces the damage compared to if it was poison damage. So 40, that's pretty clean, man. That is pretty clean. I'm really happy with that one. You know what? Just because why not? Why don't we also, you know, take a look at the buff immunity pre-fight against Juggernaut here. That would be nice too. Preventing him from gaining any of those unstoppable. And then when we just apply a poison there, because I'm trying to apply my pentacle, but it's not working, of course. Alright, and then we go for some heavies. Alright. Special 2. It's fine if he throws it. Let's go for another heavy. Boom. Alright. Boom. Keep all these poisons up. And we just keep on refreshing the debuff, or the buff immunity debuff, I mean, which is pretty nice with our constant special 1s. And the other special attacks will also reapply the not the grit, the other thing. What's the other version of grit she has? I know it's in her kit right near somewhere. Halt. That's it, halt. Alright, so let's go ahead and rank her up now to rank 4, and then let's go ahead and really test some of her best matchups. So, come here, Nico. Boom, rank 4. Shout out to Karate Mike for hooking us up with 3 to 4 gems on the Content Creator Beta. Much love to that guy and everything that he does. Alright. Level 55, rank 4. Alright, there we go. We're also going to take her to max signature level as well. And so just so we know exactly what SIG is. So right now she's inflicting 2,500 poison passives for 12 seconds. I think that was about 2,000 at rank 3. So let's see what that goes to at max SIG now. Boom. It goes to 3,466. Nice, nice. And I think that's really called out as a more of a defensive ability. So that's probably why, you know, she's the 4 out of 5 defender. Let me show you the call out here in the dev notes. So the first bullet point here provides Nico with extra damaging effects to benefit her special 1 and special 3 and demands respect when she's defending. These poisons will also be replaced by acid burn or incinerate under the right circumstances. So yeah, this might be pretty scary on defense. Also, where is she? Oh, she took over the profile. Wow. Dang, her prestige is that good? Damn. Okay. Well, speaking of Dark Phoenix right there, that is one of her best matchups. So I'm really curious, man. Let's go test it out. We also just got an update to the content creator testing map. So this is going to be way better now. Let's go check it out. Dark Phoenix should be on here. Deathless Thanos is on here. Of course, Serpent was already on here. But all right, let's start with Maestro. Be a chill match to start with. And I think, yeah, they're also rank 4 defenders now. So this is a better representation of what, you know, Battlegrounds look like. Because rank 4 defenders are fairly common in Battlegrounds now. So this is going to be great for testing videos and Battleground simulation showcases, that sort of thing. Alright, so Maestro is immune to poison and incinerate. So, you know, we can't even bother going for that pre-fight here to, you know, switch our damage to incinerate. That's not going to benefit us. We could start him with the buff immunity at the beginning. We don't need to. I think I'm just going to go for some extra adrenaline while blocking. Alright. Start with that. Let's get down to business. Against like a Serpent or something, I probably would want to be starting with that other pre-fight. Alright, let's start with the heavy. Another one. Let's go for another one. Okay. Alright, we're going to drop the special 2 now. Boom, that gives us the buff immunity. Come on, Maestro, throw it. Hey, hey, big fella. Big fella. Big fella. Big fella. Big fella. Throw it, dog. My dog. What is this guy doing? Dude. This is a terrible test just because he wouldn't throw his specials. Bruh. 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 What are those? Yeah, get buff immunity again. No buffs for you, boy. Alright, dude, she manhandled that Maestro, and he was being really dumb, not throwing that special. But wow. Wow, she did so good there, man. The acid burn just, you know, taking over. Acid burn is so OP. I don't think anyone in the game is immune to it. So, like, not even iBomb himself is immune to that. So, dude. Okay, Maestro just got rolled. So, absolutely a fantastic Maestro counter. Alright, now let's really put it to the test. Dark Phoenix. The moment I saw this champion, I was like, oh my god, Dark Phoenix counter. That's like the very first thing that popped into my mind. So, let's see just how good she actually is for Dark Phoenix. I think we're absolutely going to start with the Unworthy pre-fight here. Just so we can get some poisons up and running early. Because you really want to have Dark Phoenix poisoned. Otherwise, that's just one way to counter the Nova Flames that she applies onto us. So yeah, it's in this bullet point here. So the opponent is afflicted with a Nova Flame. As a defender, this scales with base attack only, and if suffering from poison when activated, the duration is reduced by 20% per poison. Max reduction from poison inflicted by non-mystics is 40%, but we are mystic, so we can get that. We can get that to 100%. With just 5 poisons, we should be completely safe from those Nova Flames. So, let's go ahead and get started here. So, boom. There are 2 poisons. Alright, and that's 7 poisons, so we should not have to worry at all. You can even bait special ones here, and that's just chill. Alright, and then we throw our special one, and now we just rip her alive. Not even going for the heavy attacks here, and it doesn't matter, dude. She is cooked. Like, oh my, that was absolutely disgusting. That was my very first, wow, 33 seconds for a rank 4 Dark Phoenix. It's just like the hardest counter imaginable. Like, all I needed to see was this champion is made by DLL and applied poison. I was like, okay, this the moment I saw those 2 things, I'm like, all right, Dark Phoenix hard counter is here, has arrived. Yeah, wow, that is insane, bro. That is insane. Let's try another one, because that was too easy, bro. That was too easy. It was way too easy. But now we can't apply that buff immunity anymore. So it's definitely not going to be as good. Let's see though. It should still be fine, but starting with that is a very big deal for sure. So the main thing is that we don't want her to throw a special attack 1. Alright. Alright, we're fine now. She didn't throw any specials, so if she does throw a special, you know, before we get off the special 2, before we get all the poisons cooking up, then, you know, it can be kind of bad. You can take some Nova Flame damage, but that didn't happen here, so just missed the whole thing. Boom. Alright. Keep spamming special ones here. Oh my god, that connects too. And cooked. Wow. Even without starting with the buff immunity. 59 seconds, dude. What is this champion, bro? What? I feel like this is one of the strongest mystics in the game right now. I've felt for a while that like there wasn't a mystic champion that I really wanted to take up to rank 4. You know, if I had to pick someone, it was probably gonna be like Enchantress, just because she's such a good defender. But like I didn't want to I didn't feel like there was a well-rounded mystic for rank 4 in the entire game. Released currently as 7 stars. Like, there was just no one that I really wanted to take up. But Nico, like, absolutely. She fits the bill of what I look for in a rank 4. Just, wow. And she's a 4 out of 5 defender on top of everything that we're seeing. Like, wow. Unfortunately, she's not going to be in the next Titan. It's going to be the next Titan. But, man, I need this champ. She'll probably be my first Mystic rank 4, dude. Like, because, like, damn. Crazy. Alright, there's 2 more matchups I really want to show you guys before we end off this insane video. And that is Serpent and Deathless Thanos. So, let's check those matchups out. She should be very, very good for both of them for different reasons. The buff immunity is going to completely neuter Serpent, which is cool. As long as we can maintain that, it's going to be easy time, easy life. And then against Thanos, the Halt is really powerful there against all of his unstoppable stuff. So, yeah. Let's get in here. Let's see what we can do to this El Serpiente. It's nice. Serpent just doesn't have power at the start of the fight. Alright. Now we're going to pop that bad boy. Alright, so watch. Cool thing here. Serpent doesn't have true focus, so we can just evade those special attacks. Pretty neat. Alright, get some heavy attacks off. Okay, he does have the true focus now, fortunately. Heavy into special 2. And that is Serpent cooked. Didn't play that fight perfectly, let the buff immunity fall off. But, yeah. Pretty solid Serpent counter. On top of being easily the greatest Dark Phoenix counter in the game already. So that's cool. Now, this was really the final matchup for me. Like, if she can do Deathless Thanos as good as I think she can, like, I am 100% sold. This is the champ that I want to take to rank 4 as my first Mystic. Because I think, like, Serpent, Dark Phoenix, and Thanos are like 3 of the absolute strongest defenders in the game right now. Especially Thanos and Dark Phoenix. And, you know, I have both of them at rank 4. So if she can do all of them, I need her. So again, we're going to go for Inflict the buff immunity right at the start. That's going to prevent Thanos from getting his Energize buff, which, you know, is another thing that makes Thanos annoying just because he gains more power than the average champion, and his specials are annoying and you have to respect him. So we're going to start with that. Now, Thanos is immune to poison, but we can just apply Acid Burn to him. So it's not even, you know, that big of a deal. I'm going to go for a special 1 here to get the halt. Okay. He panicked me there. That was my own fault. It's alright, though. Alright. And now we can just maintain the halt and the buff immunity for the rest of the fight now, and we just keep on spamming these special 1s, and we don't have to worry about too much. And that should be Thanos cooked with a full yellow bar. That is disgusting, dude. Holy crap. Wow. I think it is like easily the most meta dominating Mystic champ in the game, like upon release. Like that is the vibe I get from Nico. I genuinely already think she's that good. I'm not surprised. DLL's champs are always just a different breed, man, and yeah, it is very, very apparent this time with Nico here. I really want her. God damn, her at rank 4 is insane, and we haven't even scratched the surface of her defensive potential yet. I might have to wait for another video, but yeah, guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this one. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this rank 4 Nico gameplay. I really enjoyed making this video. She is just freaking insane. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content. Let me know if you guys think I should buy maybe an early access bundle. Try to scoop Reza 7-star right now. I don't know. I might be convinced, but yeah. Drop a like on the video if you want me to. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great, wonderful day. Peace.